West Ham star Andy Carroll was escorted by police from training after a last-minute request for him to give further evidence in the trial of a man accused of trying to rob him of his £22,000 watch. The 6 feet 4 inches striker, 28, was whisked away from the club's training ground to Barkingside Magistrates Court on the eve of transfer deadline day. In his main evidence at Basildon Crown Court on Tuesday, Mr. Carroll said that a male motorcyclist, who, he believed, had a gun, demanded he hand over his watch as he drove his green Jeep Wrangler home from training. Jack O'Brien, 22, denies attempting to rob the England-capped striker on November 2, 2016. Mr. Carroll appeared on Wednesday by video link from Barkingside Magistrates Court, which is around 6 miles 10 kilometres from West Ham's Rush Green training ground, closer than the trial venue of Basildon Crown Court. Andy Carroll robbed of £22,000 watch by gun-wielding motorbike rider. Defence barrister Michael Edmonds told the footballer, "Thanks very much for coming back to court. I only have a few additional questions for you." Asked about the light conditions when Mr. Carroll said he glimpsed the biker's face for 10 seconds, he said, "I don't remember the sunlight. I just remember seeing his face." Mr. Edmonds asked if Mr. Carroll recalled being told that O'Brien had been arrested before a police identity parade, and Mr. Carroll replied, "Not really." "You have on Twitter 313,000 followers, is that right?" said Mr. Edmonds. Mr. Carroll, with his hair tied back and wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans, replied, "I've deleted my Facebook and Twitter, so I don't know, as I haven't been on it for about 8 months. Prosecutor Simon Gladwell said police arrested O'Brien at a house in Dagenham, East London, 10 days after the alleged attempted robbery, where they found him in the front bedroom hiding in the bed frame under the mattress. A crash helmet and Ducati jacket were seized from the property, and a Suzuki motorbike was seized from the back garden. Mr. Gladwell said the 3 items used in the alleged attempted robbery were the same as those seized at the time of O'Brien's arrest. Mr. Gladwell said the 3 items were also used by O'Brien in a string of burglaries, to which O'Brien pleaded guilty in April 2017, in which items including jewelry, watches and cash were stolen. The offences happened in October and November 2016. Mr. Carroll previously told the court he was scared when a motorcyclist approached him at traffic lights in Hainault, North East London, and demanded he hand over his watch as he returned home from West Ham's training ground. In a 999 call played to the jury, the player said, "There's 2 motorbikes, or one's behind me pulling out a gun. I don't know what to do." After a pursuit, he arrived back at West Ham's training ground and said in the call, "I've probably just hit about 10 cars on the way here." Mr. Edmonds, defending, said O'Brien, of Navarre Gardens, Romford, East London, was not the biker. He said O'Brien had used the motorcycle, jacket and helmet for crime before, but that it was not him using the bike on this occasion. O'Brien declined to give evidence in person. The trial continues. Additional reporting by Press Association.